Okay, we're here on Tuesday morning with wide receiver Xavier Guillory, and Xavier, this was obviously your first time ever going for a spring practice at Arizona State, first time ever even at the Power 5 level. What did you take away from that experience of the 15 sessions?
I came on the ground running. I knew what kind of the pace I would have to perform at consistently. Coming from the FCS, I knew I had like a lot of people just keeping close eye on me, see if I could compete with them, and I feel like I blew that out the water and kind of just came and compete every day. And so over the 15 practice, I feel like I got better overall as a player, technician in my route running, and overall just working with these coaches, I've gotten a lot better from day one, and I'm excited to get into fall camp, get this season rolling.
One thing Coach Guillory mentioned a lot was camaraderie with the team, wanting to spend time together. After kind of a dozen season last year, how do you think the team's bonding together, looking forward to a new season this year?
So we did some conditioning the other day, and he made the new guys and the old team separate, and we had more new guys on the other half of the field than we had people from last year. And so this is a completely different team, new staff, but we kept all the right guys. And so we brought in a lot of hungry people that can play, and so that whole thing about last season we're dissociating with that. We still remember it. We still, even though I wasn't even a part of it, I still take it personally, seeing all the rankings and everything. But all that preseason stuff, like I never, I take it with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, we still got to go line it up on the field and go show everybody. So I'm excited about what we're going to perform and what we're going to display on the field this year. It's going to be a lot of good football for the people around, fans of Arizona State to watch.
This will be your first Camp Arizona. What have you heard about it, and what are you expecting?
You talk about Camp T? Yeah, Camp T. I don't know. I mean, back home I go camping. I'm in the woods a lot, kind of in the rivers and stuff. So I get that part down. But in terms of like playing football and camping, I don't know. It might be fun. It might be miserable. Depends if they got AC or not, which I'm assuming they won't. But I'll bring the off spray so I can get all the mosquitoes. But it's really the nighttime I'm worried about, because you got all these high energy football players trying to go to sleep. We've got to wake up at 6 a.m. We're probably not going to go to sleep too early. So I'm excited for it, but just kind of get part of the process and get it out of the way. Yeah.
How helpful has it been having Coach Regal, Coach Amy from the Idaho State staff here with you making the same transition?
So that was a big part of the transition process, just because I knew coming in that they would know who I am as a person and as a player, and so it made the process way easier. So the coaches here who've been here kind of knew, okay, this kid's talented and stuff, and a hard worker. So it just made it a lot easier, and just even seeing them every day, it's kind of cool. Just a place that I was at for 3 years, now I'm coming here, it's like home away from home. So it's nice to have people that I've been through a lot with here. So it means a lot.
Did you set goals? Did you set goals for this year? Whether it's catches, touchdowns, yards?
So yeah, of course you want to do well, but I never set like statistical goals, because I just all that comes with doing the right thing. So if you focus on numbers and extrinsic factors, it never seems to pan out. But when you focus on like the intrinsic stuff, just like showing up every day, working hard, outworking people in the weight room, in the film room, sleeping, all the extra work, all that stuff will come. And if you're constantly chasing something, you probably won't achieve it. So it'll all come, those numbers and catches and stuff. But really, the best teams I've been part of, nobody cares about what their stats are, and I think we don't have a whole lot of players on this team yet to be seen. But just being selfless, all that. If you're really talented, all that stuff will come. So I'm not too worried about all those little numbers, but I'm sure they'll probably be pretty good. But I'm prepared and just ready to perform now.
What's been the biggest transition from Idaho State?
The biggest transition, I'd say the biggest piece of that would be just all the extra stuff, just like the food table, the weightlifting, all the stuff that I didn't have as an athlete at my old school. It's just helped me so much in terms of just being bigger, faster, stronger. Just all these little things that just can separate, just bring the best out of you, really. So that's why I left. It was hard to leave, because I was comfortable there. I knew I needed something people with more like better facilities and better nutrition and all that stuff. So I'll say that's the biggest transition.
When you talk about the scheme, bringing the best out of you, why do you think the scheme really works to your skill set?
Just because it's Dillingham's offense, man. He knows he knows what you're best at, and he's going to put you in a position on the field to use that, to utilize that. So I can stretch out defenses. I'm fast. I'm good with running after catch. So we're going to be able to. He's going to put me in a position. He's going to put Elijah, Jalen, all of them in really good positions to make plays. And so that's why Dillingham just knows. He doesn't overthink it. He just get the ball in this guy's hands and just kind of go from there. So I think that's why this offense is going to click, and why his offense has always worked, no matter where he's at, no matter where he's been at. It's always excelled. So just try to trust in him and all that.
What's your best Kenny Dillingham story?
Best Dillingham story. I would probably say the first time I met him was over on a FaceTime, and it's when I kind of hit the portal, and Coach Regal had called me, he gave it for me to Dillingham, and he was just like so energetic, bro. I was like, I thought it was like a GA or something. I was like, this the head coach? I was like, so I would say that was like my first impression of him. So Dillingham, I don't really have a too crazy story because he's always the same, like every single day. Like he doesn't change. So love him as a coach, and he's awesome dude. So
He seems like he really keeps it fun. And he says you're going to work hard and have fun, and it seems like that is the case.
Yeah, and so you have to. Any good team, you don't want to make it to where people don't want to come to practice or come do the extra stuff. So he makes it fun for all of us, and I'm glad to be a part of this team. I'm enjoying the process for sure.